Hard to Start podcast, man. I'm your boy, Hard to Start JD. We back with another one, the first one for the 25 fantasy football season, man. 100% is dynasty season right now. The Hard to Start. We are fantasy DGens. We are in a lot of dynasty leagues. I hope y'all having fun with y'all dynasty leagues, shaking them up. You know what I mean? Making trades, trading for picks, trading for players, whatever y'all got going on, man. Shout out to the whole dynasty community, man. But we here to talk about some redraft talk, man. We are a few days away from the NFL draft. We are on the countdown to the draft, so yeah, can't wait for that. We're gonna see how some of these landing spots for some of these fantasy players shake out once the draft come. But we here to talk about 3 wide receivers who have the potential to break out in year 3 of their NFL career 100%. One of them, I think, could be a WR1 by the end of the year. Another one, I think, could be a WR2 by the end of the year. And another one could be a WR3 by the end of the year. 100%. We love to build the body of our team. We want our rosters to be completely stacked, and we're going to try and do that. And I always say in fantasy, if you ain't got the heart to start, you ain't got the nuts of a champion. In life, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And we about to get ready for some of this fantasy football homework. But before that, let's run the intro, y'all.
You have now access to complicated production.
We're going to kick it off with Josh Downs first, y'all, with a wide receiver 35 finish in the 2024 season. And with 14 games played, 2 different starting quarterbacks, Josh Downs' season stats were 107 targets, 28th at the position, in which he had 437 slot snaps, 8th at the position, and commanding a target share of 25.6%, 19th at the position, and a target rate of 29.6%, 6th at the position. And with my boy knowing how to cook with his feet work, his target separation last year was 1.78, 24th at the position. With terrible quarterback play, he is a walking target monster. 3 games with double-digit targets last year, 4 games with 9 targets, and only 3 games with 4 or less. Let's pull it up for y'all. Y'all gonna see it right there on the screen, 100%. Oh, my bad, y'all. Moving slow. Here we go right here. Advanced metrics for Josh Downs. You see it right there. Let that marinate for a second. Then we'll pull up week by week. Them 8 games, you know what I mean? With subpar quarterback play, 100%, you know what I mean? We see how Danny Dimes last year, you know what I mean? With Neighbors, double-digit targets, dang near every week. And I know I'm not comparing Neighbors and Josh Downs, but my thing is the way that Josh Downs commands these targets in this offense. I wouldn't be too surprised if Danny Dimes does win the job, that Josh Downs will my WR2 thoughts will come to fruition. But let me give you some more stats on why I think it will. 100%. And only 3 with 4 or less while catching 72 receptions in back-to-back seasons, 65 plus receptions in back-to-back seasons, 803 yards, 57 per game, 14 red zone targets, with 7 of those being caught, having the ability to cook with the ball in his hands, with 396 yards after the catch, 17th at the position. And I know it's hard to vouch for a wide receiver with subpar quarterback play, but he has been good his first 2 seasons with subpar quarterback play, and being the focal part of this passing game. I think in the 2025 season, he takes another step. Last season, he was a top 36 play 8 out of the 14 games he played in, having 2 top 10 wide receiver finishes and 5 top 25 finishes, averaging 13.1 fantasy points per game, which was 28th at the position, WR2 at the back end, pause, or WR3 high end, excuse me. But if he plays all 17 games and still commanding a 25.6 target share, in which I don't think they're going to add too much in the draft to make that mess, alter that. I don't, like I said, I think he can be a consistent WR2, whether it's Drake May. Excuse me, that's gonna let y'all into the next wide receiver. Whether it's Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson with subpar quarterback play for his first 2 seasons. He's been logged in over 65 receptions, 100%. You know what I mean? Now, who's to say that Anthony Richardson don't get a tad bit better? You know what I mean? It seems like his job is on the line. He might be in the kitchen whipping up some recipes to get better, 100%. Or if we go on with Daniel Jones, and we seen how Daniel Jones was able to feed neighbors, and I'm just saying with Josh Downs running a lot of his routes out the slot, a lot of 25% target share. You know what I mean? My dog, what it say right here? Yeah, 25% target share. Look, man, Pittman. Okay, we still got Pittman to worry about. We got A.D. Mitchell, who didn't come on last year. So, like I was saying, and Alec Pierce was just a boomer bust. You know what I mean? Long shot on 9 routes. You know what I mean? So, my dog, Josh Downs is the one to have in this offense, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout when drafts come or in dynasty season. Start trying to trade for Josh Downs 100%. Let's get into the next one, y'all. Next one, like I said, Drake May. So it's going to be Pop Smoke Douglas. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. 100%. Let's pull Demario Davis's advanced metrics up right now in stats. Let that sit for a second. And then, boom, let's get into it, y'all. Demario Douglas. Pop Smoke Douglas finished up the 2024 season as the wide receiver 47 in PPR formats. While playing in all 17 games, Pop Smoke had to wait until week 6 to get a full game with Drake May under center. And Pop went crazy, finishing that week as the wide receiver 8 with 9 targets, 6 receptions, 92 yards, and 1 tutty. For their first regular season game, that's not bad at all. My boy commanded 88 targets, 43rd at the position, while having 493 slot snaps, 4th at the position, while posting a 2.17 target separation, 6th at the position. Come on now, another slot PPR machine. In my opinion, we got Josh McDaniels. While posting these numbers with no true wide receiver 1 over there. Last season, he had a 17.6 target share, which was 53rd at the position, and a 19.9% target rate. With the addition of Stephon Diggs, I don't think Diggs is eating into Pop Smoke's targets, with Pop's A-dot being a 5.9 last season and Diggs A-dot a 8.7. Pop's route tree should not be affected, and once Drake came into the starting lineup from week 6 through 18, Pop's numbers were 64 targets, 49 receptions, 468 yards, and 3 tutties. Only 15 incompletions in 12 games. With this quarterback and wide receiver duo, wide receiver combo, and to further this point, Pop had a true catch rate of 95.7, which was 21st at the position, while catching a total of 67 receptions on the season. Pop and Drake have a damn good connection, and Pop is nice after the catch. With 362 yards after the catch, 23rd at the position, and 621 total receiving yards, on a 9.3 yards per catch, I believe Pop Smoke can be a consistent WR3 in this system, especially now that you done brought a real O coordinator in McDaniels. You say what you want to say about McDaniels as a head coach, but as an OC, now back with Bravel, or with Vrabel, or they ain't coached together, but I want to say McDaniels might have been on the staff when Vrabel was a player. Please forgive me if I'm not remembering off the top, but yeah, though, man, I'm really high on Demario Douglas in this offense. Really high on Drake May. Drake May is a damn good sleeper in whether it be single quarterback or super flex, 100%. And tying these two together, even if they might get a Travis Hunter or bring in a receiver in the draft, it's going to be an outside receiver because they don't have a consistent outside receiver like that. And then with the addition of Diggs don't affect Pop Smoke's route tree. So give me Pop Smoke on the season. You're going to get him late who can be a consistent flex for you 100%, man. Let's pull up them 4 games. Like I said, you see it in week 6 right there where he was the wide receiver 8. You know what I mean? 100%. So, like Jordan said, the ceiling is the roof. That's a Jim Rome reference. You know what I mean? I am a big Jim Rome fan. 100%. But let's get into the wide receiver 3 that the last wide receiver we're going to talk about. And this is the one that I think can finish as a WR1 by the end of the season, and it's going to be Rashee Rice. And in order to get to my point about the 2025 season, we're going to have to talk about his rookie campaign in 2023, which was a full season from all the way weeks 1 through 22, you know what I mean? And that's key, 100%. You see it right here, weeks 1 through 9. This is the game log. You see the targets, the receptions, the snap share, the corner that he went up against, and the whoop wop. That, like I said, that's weeks 1 through 9. And then we're going to come over here, weeks 11 through 22. Like I said, from weeks 1 through 22, you see how he's going to progress into one of Patty Mahomes' favorite guys, bruh, 100%. Then the three game sample size in 2024. So let's get it, y'all. Whether or not Rice is suspended for maybe 2 to 4 weeks, I still think he can finish as a wide receiver 1 in the 2025 season, even though he played 3 full games last season before getting hurt. Let's take a look back at the 2023 stats, which was his last full season, and the 3 piece of games in the 2024 season to help see what he can project to be in 2025. As a rookie, Rice finished as the wide receiver 27 in PPR format while posting 102 targets, 33rd at the position, 79 receptions, 18th at the position, 17.9% target share, a 27.4 target rate, 12th at the position, while almost hitting for a stack in his rookie season in receiving yards, 938 to be exact, and 654 of them yards coming after the catch, and 7 total TDs, while being second in most receiving categories on the team, only none behind other than, the Swifty Kelsey. Hold on, let's get into it. Let's pull it up real fast. So like I said, advanced metrics right here in stats. You can see it. Boom. Now let's get into week by week. And you can see it progressing as the weeks go along. That's weeks 1 through 9. Now as we get over here from weeks 11 through 22, all right, you see what it is. Numbers going yay. Bruh booming up 100%. As a rookie in the postseason, from the wild card to the Super Bowl, he had 33 targets, 26 receptions, 262 yards, and 1 TD. With those type of stats from weeks 1 through 22, his rookie campaign was super nasty. And I should have mentioned this earlier, but his target separation in 2023 was 2.49, and that was 3rd at the position. With the baby GOAT as his quarterback, now we get to his sophomore season in which he only had that 3 piece of games, you know what I mean? The 3 piece of McNuggets. Let's get into it right there and showed how much the 3 piece of McNuggets in the 2024 season kind of looks like the postseason run. 100%. Target monster. Mahomes' favorite weapon. On top of adding Worthy and Hollywood. Come on now, I'm trying to tell y'all, let's get into it. Now we get into his sophomore season in 2024 with a 3-game sample size before getting hurt in week 4. 9 of the 28 passing attempts from Patty went to Rice. In week 2, 6 of Mahomes' 25 passing attempts went to Rice. Week 3, 14 of the 39 passing attempts went to Rice. Now, that's a high clip in 3 games. We talking about the 4 from the sample size in the playoffs, now the 3 here. And I believe he's the main focal point in this passing game. With these numbers, bruh has posted with Travis Kelce still there and Mahomes continuously feeding him. He is a target monster in this offense, and I believe Rashee Rice will finish as a WR1 at the end of the 2025 season, whether he's suspended 2 to 4 games. And if you look at some of these new blogs about Rice or blurbs, bruh might not even get suspended. So yeah, that was 3 wide receivers that I feel like can have the potential to break out into different wide receiver tiers 100%. I'm comfortable of drafting all 3 of these, and I'm hoping that I can have a team with all 3 of these. But yeah, though, man, this ain't the one and only video that we gonna drop. I will be back. We in the kitchen cooking. We are on the countdown to the NFL draft. The Heart to Star podcast, in connection with the Jen Wealth, the Miles Peacock, and the Spencer the Guru, Gangrene Kidda, and Ear to the Streets, and Diamond Joe, we formed together as the Jen Wealth Fantasy Football Network. We streaming. We go live almost every day of the week during the fantasy football season. We do live watch parties. So, man, y'all just pull up, come rock with us, man. And if you're rocking with the content, give me a thumbs up. You know what I mean? We trying to get 100 likes on this video if you can. Please run it up. Share the content. Like and subscribe, man. Hit that bell button, man. Until next time, Heart to Star Podcast.